Good morning. It's time for our daily devotion, and today we are in Matthew chapter 23. I shared with you Friday that Jesus is coming close to the end of his ministry, and the closer he gets to the end of his ministry here on earth, the bolder he becomes. During the first chapters of Matthew, as he discusses and has confrontations with the Pharisees and Sadducees, he is a little muted in his criticisms, and although he is completely truthful with them, he is a bit kinder and gentler to them. By this point in Matthew, he is not being kind and gentle any longer. He is calling it just the way he sees it. And many would say that these last few chapters in Matthew reflect the confrontations with the Pharisees and Sadducees, which ultimately drove them to the point of demanding his death. A lot of the other things that Jesus did upset them and didn't set well with them. But this is where he really gets down to the nitty-gritty, and he says, you guys are vipers, you are snakes, you are whited sepulchres, you are the filthy inside of a cup that's never washed, you kill the prophets, you are evil people. Now you have to understand where Jesus is coming from as he has these confrontations and as he gives these woes and these discourses to the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Jesus is himself a religious teacher. He is considered by many to be a rabbi. He is one who is leading a sect of Jews to understand more fully the kingdom of God as it becomes revealed in him. And so he has these disciples and these followers who are following him around. And one of the things that Jesus does is he moves to the very core of the religious system of which he's a part, and he begins this strong, hefty, deep criticism of the very structure and the very core of the religion, of the faith that he's a part of. And Jesus is so disgusted by this religiosity, by this form of religion, which has no spirit in it, that he becomes very critical of these spiritual leaders. Now, how does that apply to us? Well, I think that the lesson we need to walk away from here is the fact that it is very easy to go through the motions of religion. It is very easy to punch in and punch out, to attend all the right meetings, to know all the right answers, to read all of the right books, and to have all of the trappings of Christianity, and yet have no spirit, have no relationship with God, and be far from the very thing that God has called us to. So I want to encourage you today, would you spend a few moments in prayer just asking God, Lord, is what I have, is what I'm experiencing, is it the real genuine thing? Is it really a relationship with you, or is it just a relationship with the church? Is it a relationship with you, or is it just a form of religion? Is there anything alive in my heart, or am I like the Pharisees that are just a dead man's tomb full of dead bones and no life at all? Am I really washed and clean on the inside, or have I just cleaned up the outside to make an appearance of religion, of Christianity? Ask yourself those tough questions and ask God to reveal the tough answers to you today. And then I'm going to ask that you respond in the way that God leads you to do. Respond in a way that will cause you to move from death unto life. Move from just religion to true faith and relationship with Jesus Christ. Now, go make it a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.